Hello there, kia ora. As nominations roll in for local government elections, you might have noticed, depending on where you are, groups, alliances, affiliations, and political party announcements around candidates. So I thought today we'll take a look at the differences between them all. Okay, let's kick off with parties because this is honestly just the easiest to explain. These are candidates who are endorsed and running under the banner of an existing political party that you've probably already heard of. So they represent the values, that political party for. In some places like Wellington, party connections are actually really common. You'll find Labour and Green candidates, for example, and this year ACT will also be running candidates that will be labelled as ACT candidates. In other places, like Hamilton, they're not common at all and they actually tend to perform really poorly on election day when they try it, which kind of leads into what groups and tickets are. They're kind of like local election parties, a group of candidates running on a single ticket that they create themselves, which aren't endorsed by a specific political party. In Auckland, you'll find groups like City Vision, which is made up of people who generally have links to Labour and the Greens, but they're not running under those specific banners, which to be honest kind of threw me when I first moved up to Auckland because City Vision was also the name of a ticket of terrible people who happened to be ACT party members that ran in Hamilton when I used to live there. In some places, you'll find a group called Refreshing Local Democracy. That's actually a group that has connections with Voices for Freedom. And in the Waikato this year, you'll find things like Better Hamilton and Better Waipa, a ticket headed by conspiracy theorist Andrew Bidder, complete with local AstroTurf websites who are following Wellington's Independent Together model, which is a ticket of individual candidates who have hitched themselves with an association to an already elected councillor with interesting reputations. Alliances are when candidates don't create a specific ticket, but are happy to endorse other candidates that they feel that they can work with the best to achieve common goals. In Whangarei, this would actually be like how the current deputy mayor there decided to throw her hat in the ring with local Voices for Freedom chapters and candidates that they're promoting. It's not a team, but they're happy to work together. These alliances are great ways to see what a candidate's ideologies are and what their preferred teams look like. And it's up to you as a voter to decide if that's a deciding factor in how you vote. And affiliations, well, they're a bit more of an arm's length connection with an outside group. These are a bit harder to find as a voter, and sometimes that can actually be really worrying, because you might not feel like you know enough about a candidate to give them your vote, or give them your vote accidentally based on ideologies that you might not agree with. This year, we'll see candidates with affiliations to Groundswell, Voices for Freedom, New Zealand First, and some pseudo-law groups, but they don't need to declare those connections, and in most of these cases, they actually don't want you to know, but they expect you to vote for them without declaring them. To add to all the confusion slightly, when you get your voting forms, they often have like a little byline on them, which is used by those on tickets to say, this is the name of the ticket that I'm running on. But independent candidates often use this as a way to use their campaign tagline. Generally, as hoardings go up, you'll find a uniformity to those running under a political banner or local ticket, which shouldn't happen with independents. And if it does, it's really just an accidental thing that happened. So, well, that's it. Groups, parties, affiliations, and what they actually are. For some voters, having candidates grouped together in some way helps them decide where their vote goes. For others, they vote based on what an individual brings to the table, and if they're part of a group or not is of no concern to them. And the best part about democracy is that you have the power to choose which is best for you. And the sucky part is that you as a voter aren't always given the details to help make that decision. But yeah, that's all of them pretty much explained. Hey, thanks for checking out today's video. Make sure you like, share, subscribe so you get more updates as we go along. We deal with these guys for the rest of the year.